Family, this is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa. I hope all is well with you, and I hope that you are having just about as a beautiful day that I had today here in Namibia, in Windhoek, uh, Namibia. Hope you all had an opportunity to look at my live that I did today. Just walking down the street downtown, kind of just engaging and seeing what all it has to offer, or at least the same type of things you would probably be familiar with if you were back in the damn Erica. Excuse me, damn Erica. Peace and blessings to each one of you all as y'all are coming in. Good to see you out there, or good to hear from you, Raymond. Um, Will James, almost first. What is up with that? I rarely go through my comments, but is there a rush to be the first person to comment and say you first? These must be the young ones. I'm hoping it's the young ones. Hey, maybe it's a game. But first one, second one. Now, what was it? Yesterday was when the first time I seen it all, we went to like the fifth. I'm the fifth. Here goes, I'm the third. So apparently our youth are out there having fun. Hope it ain't no 40, 50-year-olds out there trying to find a little fun and who can be the first. So anyway, yeah. All right. I see somebody's here in Windhoek that's come into the chat. All right. Let me see. Did I miss who was that? Hi, are you still? Oh, so they say, am I still in Windhoek? I'm still in Windhoek, yes. Next is Angola. Nah, not yet. Not Angola yet. Keep that under my hat. It's gonna be a surprise though. Jessica from Glendale, Arizona is in the house, or his house. Yeah, so welcome everybody. We got to LA and dig that hat, bro. My brother in Tanzania, I'm done is his name. I'm done. He Rasta guy, and he makes these right there. He just puts them all together. So I got like 5, 6 of these right here. And yeah, he makes these hats. Man, that's all he does. He sits there, man, and he what you call crochet, whatever? Crochet hats. That's his hustle. Really good guy. Yeah, family. So let's get into this right here. Let's get in this. I want to go lay out some information to you all of the things I liked and the things I did not like in Botswana, Habagoni, or how do you say? I can never get the city right. I can never get it right. But it's like I didn't say Habaroni, Habaroni. It almost sounds like baloney. Anyway, let's get into this right here. Not to go ahead and hurt anybody's feelings. Nothing. That's not an intent. It's not definitely not to throw no mud or dirt on anybody, because I really enjoyed myself there. I wish I could have stayed a little longer, but I got to go back because my wife will be joining me the next trip around these countries that I'm just pit stopping through, and finding my way. I got to get back over, see my missus, and then we're gonna head out. I'll be there for about a week or two or something like that. Then I'll head back over to the motherland. So yeah, the let's talk about Botswana. Botswana. I'm gonna tell y'all, Botswana is, I think, now let's keep it in mind. I have not went through the whole country, and from what I'm told, what I read and researched on, Habaron. Somebody said Habarona, or it's Habaron, Habarona. Okay, that 70% of Botswana is desert, and you will find that probably up on the border of where the Zimbabwe country is, you can find some of the wildlife, the animals, and all that there. That a lot of people go out there and tour. And then they got some other cities. I think there's like 2 more cities I think I heard people make mention of that you can go and just check out the landscapes and some other things, whatever. I wasn't really, into all that right there because, I just wanted to check out the major city. The major city is only 200 and some thousand when there's 2 million people in the country. And they say that, yeah, it's very spread out when you got 2 million people, and yet the main city is like 200 and some thousand. So you're talking about 10% of the population is living in Habone. Habone. I ain't gonna get that right, y'all. But check this out. Let's get into it. The things I really liked about Botswana. Botswana was an eye opener for me because when I got to Botswana, for those who are just chiming in, it is just like some cities in America. And that threw me back because where I've spent 10 of my months into 9 different African countries, most of those countries still have a feel like you're in Africa in a sense, in a feel. And I'm gonna say that really the west of Africa is where you really get the feel of like Africa. You know, in my opinion, when you're talking about the countries I've been to. Now, I haven't been to Sudan. I haven't been to, I haven't been to Somaliland or Somalia or, I haven't been to the Arabs, and that's totally different up there. The northern part of Africa are the Arab countries. Haven't been to Congo. I haven't been to most of those countries there in the center of Africa. And but the countries I've been to so far, I'm gonna say Botswana is more like America. Why do I say that? Because it's the people, the people's dressing. They dress. You know, the youth going to wear their jeans and going to wear their tops and their shirts and their jackets and their hats. They like the Kango hats. LL Cool J, they're everywhere. LL Cool J's hat, the Kango he used to wear back in the day, is everywhere. And the youth are hip. They are like try to sound like Black America. They so they are kind of hip. They're in the know and things like that. They are into the music, Black American, American music. You see them, sometimes be in line and dance or whatever. That was the first time I've ever seen that. I mean, like that outdoors, not in no club setting or anything like that, but in the grocery store and the youth, they're just bouncy. They're just bouncy. They have their earbuds in, and they are right in line what you would see, except for the craziness, in Black America, if you will. The we know we have our the problems in inner cities and in the Black culture in America. It's really death by destruction, and it's a total different vibe when it comes to the youth there in Botswana. They're really well mannered, kind of laid back in a sense. When I say laid back, they don't have that force. They're not handling each other aggressive. They're not loud talkers. They're not ones who have give you mean mug or walk around with a chip on their shoulder ready to go off. They're not like that. And so though they may look the part, they don't act the part. And so that's one thing I like about the youth there, but I wish there was still a different flavor of knowing that I was away from America when it came to the dress and all that we're accustomed to, which means the world is changing. And we know not everybody's going to have, African prints, garments, prints and stuff like that. But it sure is refreshing when I see the difference in how Africa is than where I had came from. But so that's kind of like, that's kind of like a bittersweet for me. Then I can say a like and a dislike. But it was definitely refreshing to see how the youth behave, and they're not off cuff. They're not rough around the edges. Even though people say there's some smoke weed and some may do some other drugs or something right there. But as far as in numbers, it's not like that. So that's about the youth. We had to start with the youth, okay? Now, the other thing that, let's see, let me just start with the things I kind of did and kind of like. All right, we start because we'll end on a good note. Botswana has I'm used to when I'm traveling, transportation that really I could use my app for. And that's whether it's going to be Uber, whether it's going to be Bolt. And Botswana has an app called InDrive. And, with the InDrive, I don't know who created that app. Matter of fact, one of the drivers told me that they don't even have to pay a percentage. They get to keep all their money, which I thought that was quite interesting. That wow, you ain't got to give no cuts to somebody who's provided an app that you don't have to. But he said that maybe later on they may charge. Their map is terrible, so they have a hard time finding out where you are. I mean, constantly they're asking, "Where are you?" And if you don't know exactly, and Botswana's got these things called extensions, districts or whatever, but they're extensions. And then within extensions, there is another name, like where I was staying was extension 11, and it was red square. So, if you don't know where you are, or they don't even know where the area is, their map is giving them a hard time, and it frustrated me with that, because there was no other means of transportation that I was wanting to use, even though they had the local small vans and stuff. But I would have been there at least 2 weeks to get myself really acclimated with the city, and I would have jumped on, one of those the vans that they have, like they call them tuk-tuks in some other countries and stuff like that. But I will say this right here. With the vans that they have, they are the most cleanest together vans, sharpest vans I've seen. Those guys there, they put the wheels on them, they put the rims on them, and these jokers ain't dented up and rusted. They don't look like they had a hard way to go. And I was told too, like some of the most of the youth like to wait on the ones that have the boom box with the bass and everything and the music blaring and whatever. But I found that quite interesting. But I had a hard time really with a selection of transportation. InDrive, IN dash drive, I think is what it's called. And so that was the only one. So I kind of felt a little boxed in, because I like to walk, but not if it's over 4 miles. I mean, I'm going to call, Uber or what have you. But I didn't like that. Didn't like that. The other thing that I just really didn't care for, that I thought I was quite interesting, but I can't blame them, but is their precautionary measures are like out of this world when it comes to COVID. I mean, they are strict on that, putting the mask on. I've told 4 or 5 times, because I typically will keep my mask like right here, and about 4 or 5 times to put my mask over my nose. Now I couldn't cop no attitude with nobody, because you know what? I mean, they are really scared of this COVID. So I mean, every store you go in, you're spraying your hands, you're disinfecting it, and you're wearing the mask. They got the curfew. The curfew, I think, was like at 9 o'clock at night. And I'm in by that time, I'm not trying to hang out late, nothing like that. But it's a precautionary measure, and I can't blame them for that. But, just me coming from Tanzania, where there was nothing, it was a little bit irritable. I was a little irritable because of the fact that I was like, I forgot about this, But I left Tanzania, went to Kenya, and Kenya, but they're not strict and all that right there. Everybody's not on point, like, oh my God, let me wash my hands. I mean, you get into the, to the InDrive, pick you up, or the taxis, they want to squirt your hands, let me squirt your hands, and I had a conversation with one of them. And I said, man, you scared to die? How old are you? He's like 35. And he's like, yeah. And so there's a fear amongst the people that I was talking to about this COVID. So I didn't like that. I can't blame them, but I came from a country that it was none of that. So yeah, I just didn't really like that. What else I kind of didn't like there in Botswana? You know, Botswana is a city, and then you might, once you get about 5 miles, 10 miles, I guess it's a radius of the city, there isn't really much else. And, they had a couple of suburbs right on the outside of it. And, but I would have expected it would have been a little bit more to the city. But the city's big enough, 200,000, big enough to go ahead and take care of what you need, take care of your needs and all that right there. So I didn't have no problem with that. They got many of malls, which I was surprised. They got malls in to me a small circumference of an area, but hey, it's give you more choices and stuff like that. So I didn't like really you know, hey, let's go over to, 20 miles, 30 miles out and go to this other town and go to, whatever they offered. It wasn't that. So, my other thing was that, let's see, what else was there that I really did not like. Um, it gets chilly. Now, y'all watch me for those who've been watching for a while. I like the heat. And I like to say, if I'm not sweating, something's wrong. And, it's just chilly there. And I don't do well around chilly, cold weather. I was told that the winter was supposed to in here next couple of weeks, maybe get a little bit more chillier. But yeah, I did not like in the night times when it got cold. Didn't like that, but not cold what you would think. No, I would say it's probably 60 degrees, maybe floating around the like mid to high 50s. To me, that's cold. Like I said, if I ain't sweating, something wrong. So I really didn't care for that either. But let's see what else what else there at Botswana I didn't like before I get on to my likes. Botswana. Let's see here. That's really it. It's not like a lot, but I mean, it was just things that kind of stood out to me that I was like, it is what it is. But the oh yeah, another thing was that, and maybe because of the COVID, but everything closed down early. 6 o'clock, oof, majority of the things are closing down. Um, and I think the curfew was at 9, but I just didn't like that either. 6 o'clock. I mean, you better hurry up and get to the stores and, and all right there. I don't even know how people do it who work. I guess everybody skedaddles, get in, get out, and go. But everything closed down early. I'm talking cafes and, some restaurants, and 6 o'clock, they closed. And so didn't really care for that. Let's see, what else was there that really is like, nothing major though. It was nothing major. Let's get on to the likes. What I liked about Botswana. What I liked about Botswana, I'm gonna start with the cooking. I'm gonna tell you this right here. That Botswana puts it down on the cooking, hands down. And when I say puts it down, and what I mean by the cooking is that something that is familiar to us, what we would call soul food. And with their cooking, it's flavorful, seasoned well. They put it together. I'm talking, I hadn't had a bad dish and I ate at various places. So I found that their cooking is pretty good. The barbecue on the grill, I'm telling you, they will give us a run for our money in barbecuing, most definitely. And so, yeah, really enjoyed that though. I really enjoyed the cooking that they have there, right in line that you would be familiar with. If you went there, you would not miss a beat and all that there. Now, the one thing that I can say I didn't like on that side of it, maybe I'll do each one and put a like or dislike on it, but was there wasn't a lot of variety. It was just customary that, they're going to have their beef, they're going to have their chicken, curry chicken, they'll have a fish. And I didn't try the fish. Yeah, I didn't try the fish because one of the guys, I bought him a fish when he was showing me around. And, he said he couldn't even eat it. I think it was a bad piece of fish, but I didn't get no fish. Typically, spinach is their vegetable, potatoes, corn, and what else is there? They have their African traditional, which y'all saw if y'all watched my video, eating the worm. That is a uh, that's one of their dishes that they eat is the worm. Can't remember my face, my feast, or my face, my pace, or something. Worm, I can't remember. Anyway, so they have that. They have something called pop, which pop or pap, PAP. That is like a mace. They call it mace, but it's corn that they make out of, and you can use it with eat it with your fingers, whatever. But it's kind of like a texture, or look kind of more like a little stiffer than what a hummus dip would be. Mopane, mopane worms. Okay, yeah. And so, yeah, but the cooking, y'all, the cooking is on point, most definitely. All right. So the other thing that I really liked about Botswana, which I should have said this the first, was the people. I had more people who reached out to me and wanted to show me around and show me a good time and just get me acquainted with their country. And there were a couple of people who wanted me to go out, 7 hours away out to their village, and time didn't permit for me. And yeah, it would have been a quick turnaround, and I didn't want to do that. Maybe on the next go around I will, but my focus on this channel is really showing just bits and pieces of a city, and maybe even parts of a country if I happen to go that route. But it's really the focus for you all to come visit, and for those who are interested in living, and I kind of stay in that lane. Other YouTubers do their own thing, but mine is kind of showcasing a city and kind of keeping it more into what will be interesting for you, and maybe some things that you might want to know when it comes to coming to visit a city or a country. And the main things it would be, I interview the locals there, try to do the interviews with locals. I try to show you all different businesses, and then I try to show y'all some housing, living accommodations, which I was unable to do when I was there in Botswana. Um, but I did show my last video, the one that is saying farewell to Botswana. In there, I have video of the different types of houses, so you can see that. Um, but I was told you can rent houses for 200 a month, 300 a month, on up. You can do that. And so I try to stay in my lane when it comes to just showing you all just the city, how it looks, and some of the, like I said, the cost maybe of the living, maybe some the food, and interviewing the people. So the people were just great, y'all. The people are really loving, kind. You ain't gonna have no problem communicating. Everybody speaks English, so you ain't gonna have no problem at all getting around. Um, well, thank you very much. Who was that? Yeah, I'm persuaded. Yeah, appreciate that. And but the people, I mean, it was great, and the languages, you ain't gonna have no problem whatsoever. Everybody speaks English. I didn't run into one person who did not understand, and they, converse back. Uh, the other thing is that which you will find that is, and one of the things that I find most people who are coming to Africa, typically when you're getting to some countries that are maybe not as developed as some other countries, that it might be a shock or culture shock. You ain't gonna have no culture shock with Botswana. You're gonna be like, I didn't even leave home. Really, you're gonna see there in Habone, or have you? I'm calling it Habone, that you're gonna fit right in. You're gonna fit right in. You won't even miss a beat. I'm telling you. And for the guys out there, because guys was asking me a couple of videos and stuff, always asking me about the women, beautiful women. Y'all saw the women when I was videoing, and um, when I was in the woman who made the clothes and showed the pictures. It's beautiful women. And women, you know what? They got some handsome men out there for you all too. These guys out there, they workers too, like that. And I'm gonna say this right here, for the most part of Africa. Sisters, if you are an aggressive A-type woman, uh, and you want to run the show, you ain't gonna have no problem. Because a lot of guys, they are attracted to that. I hear them time and time again. They love the aggressiveness in a woman. Now we over there, in America, we don't like all that. We want our woman kind of be chill or whatever. But I understand, sometimes sisters had to hold it down and they had to play both roles. And then you have to deal with sometimes with us knuckleheaded men, and you had to hold your own, defend your own, and do all that. I get that. You come over here to Africa, sisters, you're going to find a man and they ain't going to have no problem with it. Matter of fact, they love it. They'll love it all day long. I've talked to some men that they say they love what they see on the movies or whatever because of those aggressive women. So, do you want a B-type man? Or beta man, if you will. They are there for you. So, but yeah, the people are great. They're beautiful. They good heart, good spirit. I ain't have no problems. I didn't have no problems or issues really there in Botswana. Let's see what else about Botswana that I really liked about Botswana. It is a middle class country. They really say they put a focus on the middle class and getting this middle class standard up. So you're gonna see, a lot of people got cars. A lot of people are living at the middle income area. And I'm gonna say too that if you are more on the lower middle or haven't touched really in the middle income in America, you can live right there in Botswana because Botswana is almost hand in hand. It's maybe a little cheaper than America when it comes to some of the things, but you got things you can get around without spending the cost for, where they'll try to get most of your money. You can always stay in that lane rather, where the locals go shop instead of staying really where there might be foreigners and all that. I didn't see a lot of foreigners, even though they got their areas, the Chinese, area. I've seen some Chinese there. I've seen some Europeans there. But for the most part, we're the dominant ones, majority there. So, hey, can't beat that. And so I really I really like that there with the middle class, meaning that there is this middle class of living that people are at there, versus you don't see sometimes in the countries a middle class from the locals. Typically, the middle class is going to be foreigners. But here, where I saw was there. And there's a couple other countries that had middle class. But for the most part, Botswana has middle class. What else did I like about Botswana? Um, Botswana had the latest, greatest of everything. I mean, it wasn't like, okay, hide your, because I put on my phone and I put the black tape on my Apple because, you be in Tanzania, you be over in, Kenya, and somebody see an iPhone. I mean, that's like a rarity. And, Botswana in here, it's like, what? We got iPhones and, we got MacBooks and stuff like that. And I think that goes towards because of the middle class that they got those things there. They got y'all seen the cars and some of the videos that they have. And so, yeah, it's up to, like I said, a middle class living. What else? Um, Botswana, let me see here. Where am I now? JD asks. I'm right here in Namibia, in Windhoek. Yeah, so let's see here. What else? What else did I really like about Botswana? Um, mm, uh, Many things. Yeah, I already mentioned the food. Yeah, but I already mentioned y'all must be coming in pretty late. I mentioned food. So things I mentioned about that I liked was the food. It's middle class. People speak English. Um, the what else did I say that I liked? What else was there? Y'all just gotta go back and look at the video. Gotta look back at the video. Um, but yeah, you could fit right in if you come in from a Western world. You will not miss a beat. Like I said, the people they're great. People are nice, they're beautiful, and you're not gonna have any issues with that. Let's see, what else? What things do you need to know? What do you need to know when y'all go to Botswana? What do you need to know? Botswana, I mean, if you are an American citizen, you just come on right on in, and they let you basically right on in, as far as with a visa. And I'm trying to think. I don't think I paid Namibia. You had to pay for no visa. They give you free. I think it's is it 30 or 90 days? Because I wasn't gonna be here, and he just gave me 30 days. But I think is you get a free visa 30 days or 90 days. Look that up. You gotta Google it. I can't remember. Travel so much, can't remember. But Botswana was the same. Easy to get in. You U.S. Passport, you in. There is no problems getting in to Botswana. The let's see. Oh yeah, the other thing about Botswana for those who want to know, I mean, and it sits right on the border of South Africa. And so we took the flight from there to Johannesburg. It was a 45-minute flight. So you do have an outlet if you wanted to go and check out another different city. You got Johannesburg, that's right there, 45 minutes away. And so there's an outlet there. Um, of course, Botswana, it's landlocked. So, if you're looking for beaches, don't have it. And so, but they have a dam, but I don't think there's anybody going to hang out no dam. I don't know if they do fishing and all that right there, but I know further up north, I was told there are other things that you can go be part of. Oh, let's see what else we have that are there. They call traffic, they call it that they have traffic, and I'm like, this is not traffic. You easily can move around in Botswana in the city. Haboni or whatever, Haboni. You can easily move around in the city, um, and everything is smooth. Everything. When I went to get my COVID test, I'm telling y'all, that was the smoothest operation I have ever seen in all of the African countries I've been to. I'm talking about perfect. They had everything just lined up. You go, boom, do this. They got the computer system. I've been in some countries, they ain't even got the computers. They writing stuff on paper. But anyway, they got, it took 3 hours for me to get my results back. There are some that takes 24 to 48 hours to get your results back. Operations was just like this. They had everything ran smooth, operations, all that. They have a good, smooth system that it would appear to me, that you didn't have to worry about. But that was the smoothest operation to go and get my COVID test that I've experienced. I mean, they had everything in line. How much? It was $72 for the COVID test. They do the nose and the throat. And 3 hours later, and bam, I got my email, and then I had to go back there, pick up the hard copy, and then I was good. I was good. Yeah. What else? Gaborone. Gaborone or Habarone? I'm gonna say Habarone. People told me to say Habarone. So, what else was there? Botswana. Um, that's it. I mean, the only thing I can say, family, is that right there was, you know, like I said, if they blindfolded me and they took it off and said, "Where are you?" I would have guessed in a black city in Arizona or New Mexico or Nevada, Las Vegas, or I would have swore I was there. I would have, you know, right in line. What questions y'all got for those people who are interested in coming to visit Habaroni? Those who might be wanting to go check it out or anything like that, what questions do you have? Let's see here. How's the family? My family is great. Thanks, Giselle, for asking. How is your family? Long time no see either. Long time no hear from. Giselle, where you been? How smooth Rhonda was for you? Um, Me and my family, we are trying to relocate to Rwanda, but we need more info about that country. Please share with us. Really, this is about how this really about Botswana. Check my videos. I got Rwanda on there. Check them. Me and my wife gave our views on Rwanda, but I don't want to take away from Botswana. Those people showed me love. So if you got questions about Botswana, please ask me the questions. Because I don't want to. Rwanda got their spotlight. You just got to go back, dig in my files, and you're gonna find. You're gonna see me and my wife on a photo, I think it is, and it's gonna be our view about Rwanda. Yeah, they read the G like H, or they pronounce the G like H. Yes, Habaroni. How much was the flight? So the flight from Nairobi, Kenya, was 200 and something dollars. The flight from Botswana to here, we had to switch planes over in Johannesburg, then from Johannesburg to here. And I think that flight was it's like 220 something odd dollars, I think it was. How were the Mapani worms? I see people spell it totally different each time. But did you see the video? Because I broke that joker down. To me, it was like a crunchy chip that tasted like slight oyster, sea moss. And even I should have even said sea moss or even seaweed, because seaweed, it had that ocean salt taste to it. Okay, I already answered the question, multifaceted, about the flights already. I just answered that. Is South Africa like America 3.0, but enhanced? From the airplane, because I didn't leave at the airport. But flying in, I saw those houses. It looks just like the West. Are the police good? Yeah, the police were good, great there. Friendly police there in Botswana. Didn't get stopped at all being driven around. The police don't carry guns there. They just have this little stick or something they call, I forget the name of, but I didn't even see them with it on it. But they don't carry guns and they're friendly. Let's see here. I go back. Will the son come see Botswana, ladies? Oh, my son. Oh, I would like to. I like for him to, The worms taste like fried fish tails. Okay. Your videos are super informative. You convinced on Namibia, loved it. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's true, Jama. For those who was asking a question about Rwanda, you can go to the Unapologetic Nomads. They are there on the ground. They are probably the key ones who speak on Rwanda. And so, yes, most definitely. They are doing a lot of videos on Rwanda. Let's see here. I go back. I am just catching up to your last couple videos, and there you are going live. I appreciate your effort, man. Appreciate that, Andrew. Yeah, Botswana they have a chill police system. I mean, carry guns. That's chill. That's like Andy Griffith, the sheriff without a gun, How long was the flight? The flight from Botswana, Gaborone to Johannesburg was like 25 minutes. That was it. 25 minutes. And it said it would be 45 minutes, but pilot said, hey, we'll be getting there earlier. So it's like 25 minutes to get there. And then it was like an hour, 45 minutes to get from there to here. An hour, 45 minutes. Are you coming to damn Erica? Damn Erica. You misspelled, you didn't capitalize the E. Yes. Yeah. Never knew a Botswana exists. I know. I mean, it's like I knew it exists. I think I still can name all 54 countries, but the it don't hit the radar though. Botswana don't hit the radar. And for me, if you want to, kind of like live in a chilled city and you still want to feel like you still like got that the accommodations and the way of living in America, check Botswana out. Habaroni. Will you do a hike in the mountains areas of Namibia? Nah, I was told that yeah, 3 hours away there's the sand dunes and all that right there. But they got the lockdown on the districts, and I would have to go. My COVID test uh, expired, so you got to go and you got to go get a permit to go into these districts and stuff. So I don't want to be bothered with that. I don't want to go down there and bother with that because they got this, the COVID lockdown here, and so you know. So I answer your question right here. Back to Botswana. Have you ever heard of where you have been to? Huh? I have never heard of where you have been. Yeah, y'all gonna check it out. You have been super busy. Wow. I wouldn't call it busy, y'all. I really wouldn't call it busy, but because it's fun to me, it's fun. But I have been putting in more work than I've been anticipating, that I wanted to rather, and anticipate it. And that's because of when you got slow Wi-Fi's and you got these internet connections. That's what really gets me because I gotta upload the videos onto my computer. Then I gotta go ahead and do a little small edit or whatever on it. Then I gotta go ahead and I gotta render it. And then from rendering it, when it prepares it, then I gotta upload it to YouTube, and that is the kicker. It took me 3 hours to upload one video. I think it was only 10 minutes long. When it's only if you got the proper 4G, you know, um, internet connection, it'd take 5 minutes, and it took 3 hours. So now the other footage has to sit there and wait because then, you got some trying to upload here, you're rendering your other off of your editing tool, and it just causes things to be slower. And it's like, man, this is too much. And then when I started off with my YouTube, I did more lives than anything. And most people used to comment about that, say, man, you do a lot of lives. I like doing the lives, but if you ain't got the connection, you can't do it. So because the lives, once you do live and once you finish and you hit done, it automatically goes up, and it goes up, and it's out there. Once it finished just downloading it, what have you. But yeah, I do a lot of traveling in just a short period of time here. But that's because I'm headed back to see my lovely wife, and we are going to be chilling in Aruba. Then I'm gonna be going to Grenada, so you can look out for those videos there. I'm gonna check out what the brothers and sisters are doing down there, because that might be a place you wanna go visit. Because we don't hear many people talk about Aruba. And the other thing, family, let me share this right here with you, right here. Nothing against other travelers and all that right there, but I've said this before. And some Africans even will tell you this. When a white man goes travel around, there is a different treatment and a different perspective than with what they show than when we travel. And I say that it is so true. But so when you watching some of their videos, you got to keep in mind, especially if there's other countries out here, they may get treated differently than what you would get treated. And I've gone off on some of a couple of countries when the people want to give me a hard time for videoing, and I tell them right here, you ain't say that to the white people who comes up in here. And I mean, nothing against the white folk. Because I ain't trying to bash, but what I'm saying is that the Africans it seems like you don't say nothing to me. You want to say something to me, but I seen all these videos out here, them just running through the country, and they got all these videos. But when I'm videotaping, you mean you don't give me a hard time? That is not going to happen. So, and from the perspective, so yeah, check out my videos when I go to Aruba too as well, and also Grenada, because I am excited for those two there. Yeah. Let's see here. What other questions we got? Oh, what's up with the guy that told you no pictures? Yo, my temperature rise really quick on that cat because he tried to act like that I was gonna be like scared or something. But you heard what I told him. Mind his own daggone business. And he cowardly turned his tail around. The little kid, I mean, he might have been 20, 23, maybe. Why do you want a video, this and that? And I gave him that look and he saw. You know, I just ain't got time for that. I just ain't got time for that. I mean, somebody's asking, where are you? You must have just came in too, nicery. I'm right here in Namibia. So is it really doesn't matter if you're Bantu, your curses follow you wherever? I don't, that's somebody else, I guess you're talking to. Uh, you have to be firm with our brothers and sisters from the continent. You know, hey, I don't like to show my Leo side. You know, you won't like me when I'm mad. But I mean, you know, come to me with respect. That's all I say is come to me with respect. He probably recognized your American accent, and when you told him to go on, hey, he ain't say nothing after that, you know. And I've had some run-ins, yo. I went off on 10 10 Kenyans. They were on motorcycles, they were taxis, and all it took was one guy to get mad at me for videotaping, and then they rest want the buck up, and I rose up on them jokers. And I told them that same thing. Y'all don't say nothing about the white people come up in here. Yes, we do. No, you don't. And I, of course, I had to do that power, show that power. I'm African. I'm your brother. And then the other guy said, yo, he's feeding your children. He's taking food over to the school. Then they were like, oh, yeah, shoot. Do you have to quarantine where you are now? Nope. Will you be going to Jamaica too? No, I won't be going to Jamaica. Aruba, DNA, Grenada are both Caribbean, yeah? Yeah, Leo Power. Yeah, I'm telling you, you know, I've calmed down a lot, yo. I'll be 55 next year. I mean, next month, excuse me. Be 55 next month, and you know, I'm too old to be up here fighting, you know. But I'll do what I gotta do, though, you know. Hey, I'm still in shape, you know. I mean, hey, you know, when you got a brother like this right here, you know, he still keep himself together. So I still got that in me, but I don't like that line to rise up. I don't, you know, because as the Hulk said, you won't like me when I'm mad. You know. Do you know that the population in Dar es Salaam or Nairobi is more than Botswana? Oh, yeah, they're bigger cities than Botswana. What flag is on your hat? This right here is African, Tanzanian. Supposed to be Africa, I guess. You know, that's what he had made. He made it. That's my man. I'm done. Let's see what else we got here. Any other questions there, fam? I got 12 more minutes. Look out for my videos. Check out my videos, y'all. I've been putting out some pretty good videos here lately. And Shonda, she gave definitely, I got 3 or 4 videos with the young lady there. You know, she gives some very pertinent information if you want to know more about Botswana, little history, stuff like that, as well as 3 of the brothers I've done that they also supplied information. You can get a wealth of, so all that information are in those videos. All right, and then I got, you know, well, the first time I think I came to Nairobi, I got some interviews with some of the locals. But Tanzania, I got a mess load of those right there, information. So you got to just dig through because I'm putting out 2 videos a day. So you can imagine, I'm putting out 64 videos per month. Yeah, I know. Somebody said, yeah, you working. Yeah. Will I visit Congo too? I'm visiting all 54 countries, yes. Did anyone ever talk to you in the local language down there in Botswana? Yeah. Yep. Many a time. They thought I was a local. We don't stand out because they dress like we dress. They look like we look. Yeah. Are power outages exaggerated or not? I didn't experience not one power outage unless there was a generator or something, but I haven't experienced a power outage in Botswana. I'm here right now. This is my second night in Namibia. I haven't experienced a power outage here. So, how's the weather? Sarge, how's the weather? Currently off world. Yeah, the weather, it's beautiful during the daytime, gets chilly at night. I have my heat kicked on, so I'm good. Where do you wait while waiting for seed test results? Where do you wait? You just wait there. Well, when you take the test, then you leave and then you come back for your hard copy or what have you, you know. Um, there are some countries like Kenya. When I was in Nairobi, I took the test. You ain't gotta go back. They just shoot you your copy right there, and then you can go ahead and have it printed out, and you good. So they send you an email with your copy. You ain't gotta go back. Are your parents African? Ask me, am I African? Matter of fact, I'm not sure who you are, but in my book, I say all black folks are African. So, yes, my parents are African. Want to know the tribe to bring to divisive fuel? Huh? Want to know? You want to know the tribe to bring to the? I don't understand that question. Um, Free travel without results in hand. Okay, Congo refused 5G and 4G. Well, I'll tell you, I miss 4G. And here, oh my goodness, Namibia, I'm sorry, Namibia. Y'all got to get it together with y'all internet. Oh my God, I think it's just 3G here, unless they got it somewhere out there where the other folks are or whatever. But I'm sitting on 3G. Right now, I got a video I'm uploading. Let me see how much time is left. I put that in at an hour and 10 minutes ago. And this right here it says it's got 9 minutes left. What time is it? It was 6 something. Let me see what time it was. And in 10, 15 minutes maybe. Yeah. There's no problem connecting with the internet. I'm talking about uploading footage. So, if you into that, or you might be into gaming, you just ain't got that speed, that computer speed to be uploading quickly, which you're so used to. Can I sell you this hat? Nah, I'm going to hold on to this hat. I don't like to sell it, but you know what? Got somebody who'll make you one though, because he made it for me. He didn't make it for me, but he make them, and then I bought it. Yeah, but my DNA shows I'm from the Bamileke tribe in Cameroon, from what the test showed. Are there safaris there? Here, I think they say they got some place out here where you can go see animals and stuff. I can't remember the name of it though. But they don't call it safari that I know of. Jumaya? Is that Jumaya? Thank you very much for your heart of giving. You think I'm amazing. Well, thank you very much there. I appreciate that. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, if there are any Namibians watching this right here still, please let me know any of the local charities where can go and help. Actually, I saw areas over here that were, where the poor live in the shacks or whatever. We was over there today, but yeah, share with me, some of the local. There's need anywhere. And let me share with you all right here, because I had a gentleman reached out to me in Botswana, and he deals with the youth, and he's looking for folks to help and donate money to build a basketball court, because he coaches kids and stuff like that, and trying to get a center built and all that right there. But I told him, I said, the money that we got, I'm gonna say we, because there's money people give. There's three things that the money's gonna go to. It's gonna go to food, clothing, or shelter. So for those who've been following, that's what the money's been going to, feeding the hungry, We rebuilt the roofs on the. We felt the hungry in Nairobi, helping out Justice out there too as well. Um, Tanzania, redid the ceilings for the boys and the girls at the orphanage. Gave money to build the children's bathroom out, and we sent money over there to THC, the Happy Companion project he has. Sent some money out there to help with the bathrooms that they were building. Um, Food for other, what was it? Um, it was another place for food. Ah, my mind, I just can't. Ethiopia. Ethiopia donated money there for the homeless shelter that they had for those who was on the street. So yeah, if y'all know any charity, whatever, because we have some money. It's time to go ahead and start helping out and all that right there. I don't like to sit on people's money, and let alone mine. It needs to be going, go to a good cause. So if y'all know any, please let me know. Yes. Let's see here. Jerk iguana ribs. Okay, that's somebody's conversation, but sounds interesting. Bamileke are so busy or business oriented, but they have the capitalism mindset. A guy told me that when I was over in Senegal, and he's from Cameroon. I told him I was from the Bamileke tribe, and when he described how they were, I said, "Man, that's all me." Business minded people. He was like, very particular type of people. He just listed stuff, and I'm like, wow. I gotta get out there and see my folks. Do you know how the young homeless man is doing? I made a call last night, and I didn't get a response back yet to see. Justice is supposed to be in good hands with a brother who said he's going to bring him in, but I haven't heard in the last. It's been 4 or 5 days, so we gonna see though. We gonna see, and be taking care of him as far as his clothing and his food while he's staying with the brother. And Kamande is the one who's my man to the eyes, the ears on what's going on with Justice. So he's the one who has that cart. He sells the Smokies, and he's a small businessman. So yeah, we're trying to stay up with that, and I hope Justice is doing well, and I hope brother is a man of his word, that he brought him in. If not, then I gotta make a flight back and then just go ahead and just try to set things up myself when I come back. So we'll see. Are there much options for vegetarian vegans in the places you visit? Yeah, these vegetables, fruits. I mean, pastas. I mean, it's veganism is really easy. I mean, because you just say you don't eat meat. And here in these areas, they got grocery stores filled up with vegetables. Now they may not sell it rightly on when you go buying food, but in the grocery stores, they got all kind of vegetables and stuff, fruits. Think before you leap, where your money's going to go. Believe me, hey, I don't just give money away. I make sure that it's on the up and up. But you know what? A lot of it I don't sweat. You know why? Because the greater creator in me, rewards me anyway, because it's the heart of giving. How was your Gaboni or Habaroni Game City? Oh, it was cool. My experience was cool. Yeah. Taste and see, it's so weird, can't be a coincidence. All right, whatever that means. Okay, let's see here. Any other questions? Thanks for the update on Justice. Sure. We're gonna do a follow up on Justice. I believe Justice is gonna be okay. I really didn't want to leave until actually I could see that he got into the place, because what I was going to do, we ran into a roadblock, and I think it was divine intervention, because when I was gonna buy him his stand, buy him the food. I found him a place he could store his cart and everything. But then when there was a couple situations that happened, then I realized we was going to set him up for failure if we did that. And so out of nowhere, this brother named Steve came along, and we just started talking, and he was like, he said, "Hey man, I could bring him in, help him out, this and that." So me and him had some long conversations. I was checking his spirit out, and I told him, I said, yeah, just let me know what it's going to cost. So we sat down, talked about the cost of just the food to feed him and get some clothes for him. And there's no problem. There's no problem. I just need to, I hadn't heard back from Commande on that with him. Yeah, Zimbabwe. I mean, we had to stop there coming from Nairobi over to Botswana, but you know, um, I got to go by there too. I really appreciate these videos. I want to move to Africa country one day. So your insight really helps. Will you ever put a travel group together? If so, I want to join. I've thought about that. I have to think about it. I'm gonna get my travel book together first while I'm there in the in damn Erica. I will be writing that guide book or what have you, and then I'm gonna think really hard. Do I want to go ahead and do a tour thing? But I'm gonna have to get some help with it because you know, my business. I don't like all the headaches, and that's a lot of work. Hats off to those who does tours, because you're responsible for a lot of people. You deal with a lot of people, and a biggest problem is a lot of people. When you talk about money and stuff, you just have issues come up, and you're talking about refunds or no refunds, and you're talking about trying to get people there on time and stay afloat and on the track of what you're trying to do. You're dealing with different behaviors, different attitudes, different backgrounds, and it's like, that's really not my thing. But who knows? Somebody said, don't do it. Yeah. But I ain't got to personally do it. It's just like the gas, the petrol gas, not petrol, the gas small business that I bought, and did a business deal with Ali. Ali runs all that. Yeah. So I can invest in business and I don't have to be the worker bee. It's just gotta have reliable people, That's all that is. Let's see here. Go Black, be open-minded about South Africa. Y'all want me to come to South Africa? I told you I'm coming to South Africa. I haven't given up on South Africa. Believe me, I'm gonna be there in South Africa. You best believe. Yeah. Love the spirit of giving. Blessings, blossoms. I give to homeless at least 20 and a frozen water out here in hot Arizona. Then I end up with more money. Hey, help those, because there's times when we need help. I'm trying to build a diaspora village in Cameroon and host my people from the diaspora. Send me an email, goblacktoafrica@gmail.com. Tell me a little bit more about it. Are you still going to do that Black relationship website? You know what? I don't think so. I had to pull a plug on that because of, I'm doing other things, so I just and it's kind of tough too. It was tough because then I got to connect the locals, and it was just going to be, it's tough. I haven't really trashed it. I put it aside. When can I go to Malawi? Malawi, excuse me. I'm gonna be there one day. Somebody said Chinese have their own police in South Africa. Don't go there. Do you know how large South Africa is? South Africa is large. I would say y'all need to get out and go visit. You need to go out and travel, because when you hear news, it really makes the world small. because it's sitting at your fingertips and at your eyes that you really think the world is small. It's like saying that, Chicago got all these killings going on. But then again, it's only one side of town that you're dealing with, the south side, but yet everywhere else is thriving. So if you say Chicago, don't go to Chicago because they're killing everybody every day, which they are down in the south side, maybe some of the west too, I think. Um, what's up, nephew? Building wealth with Q. Since you call me uncle, what's up? Is there, oh yeah, I see a man, okay. Look, y'all got me gone over already, 5 minutes over. Okay, I got 5 more minutes. Anybody want to ask any other questions, comments, or what have you? Um, Rwanda's going back to the 6 p.m. lockdown. Yes, I heard about that. Yep. Yeah, I would not want to be there, but it'll go back. Do you have link to the charities in the African countries you have visited? Yeah. Orphanage, I do. When I was in Ethiopia with my sister, I think I put her information in there too. Um, yeah. Are you going to any other West African countries? I think I will be going to Ghana here to fly out of the continent. So I'll be back in Ghana again. You're welcome, Ram Transport LLC. I appreciate that. All right. Any of the schools you've helped need a computer rooms but have no computers? Plenty of them. You better believe it. Plenty of them. Now, and whether it's maybe, it can be anywhere. It could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. The trip to Dominican Republic. Okay, you went there. All right. I've been there. Yeah. What's your favorite food in Namibia? I don't have favorites, but Namibia curry chicken's really good. Lots of Black Americans need your help. Yeah, yeah. Can you compare the two countries, Ghana and Botswana, please? Ghana and Botswana. Um, Ghana is has more lived in spaces, if you will. You got Accra, you got the northern region of Accra. You got the Volta region. You got the what you got Kumasi up there in the Shanti region. You got Elmina, Cape Coast there on the coast. I mean, Ghana's got a whole lot more to offer when it comes to land because Botswana's 60 to 70% of it is desert, and so there's a lot more you can get around in Ghana. It's a lot more, as far as the comparing. But as far as the city's concerned, Botswana's very clean. Even in the poor areas, if you will, is very clean. Namibia, very clean. Ghana is working on their trash. They need to work on their drainage system, cover them up, because, but they need to work on that, of course. They need to work on their electricity. There's a lot they need to work on. But not this, I've did a video on that, why I would not do business or live in, buy property in Ghana, because check the videos out. Do the natives produce food for themselves? I hear, yeah, there's farming out here. They take pride in their cows here. And, Botswana, they supposed to have the best cow, they say, tasting beef. And then here, people love their beef. Matter of fact, I was out at a place today. We stopped by where they brought cows in from the slaughter, and they just had a lot of guys out there grilling. And the guy who was touring me around, John, I got the videos there. I'll put that together and upload that. I don't eat beef. He was like, "You have a piece," and I just took a small little piece and I ate it, and it was good. Boy, that was good. But I don't eat beef though. But you know what? But it was a good beef. Are you a vegan? Nope, not a vegan. Wouldn't dare give myself that label. Nah. Wouldn't give myself that label. Why do I say I wouldn't give myself that label? I practiced it before 8, 10 years ago, maybe. Did me very well as well, but there's this ego that goes along with it, and then when people say it, oh, I'm pescatarian, I'm whatever it is, and vegan, and they act like they're on this road of betterness or something, and and then people got this mindset because if you say vegan or vegetarian that they're supposed to be thin. I mean, see people who are overweight when they're vegans and stuff, but there's this sense of like, and I fell into that, I mean, like, yeah, vegan, and not eating the meats and all that, right? Nah, it depends on what day it is and how I feel. One day I might be vegan, the next day I don't. So, but yeah, that might have been a little too much information, but definitely coming for those Botswana beef, yeah. Okay, desirable in Europe, yeah. Bring a whole chicken, see if I'm a vegan. Yeah, I had chicken today too. All right, family. Well, it's going to be about it here. I gave you 71 minutes, gave you a little insight, just a taste of Botswana. There again, Botswana is a place I believe you should go and check out if you're looking to relocate or move to Africa. Keep Botswana in mind. Because every country is different in its own way, but Botswana surprised me. It really surprised me because it's right in line what I'm accustomed to in the way of living when I left damn Erica. So here it's just like you just transfer right in, and it would be easy to feel like there's not a really culture shock or something like that. Everything's there for you. Here, right here too, in a sense, and I'll get on Namibia when I leave out. So people don't get mad at me, when I might say what I didn't like. No, I'm not gonna trash no place. Oh, you enjoyed the book, Giselle? Well, great, good. My wife got a couple of those books left too, and we're gonna think about giving them away. Might do a little something. Maybe we can go ahead. I don't know, but she's got some that weren't to her satisfaction. And return, they want to make her more for it, and she has some extras. Do they use a lot of seasoning on all their naturals? Yeah, they use seasonings. That beef that I had today, right? I had a bite of that little beef. I say little because it was little, but the seasoning, I said, man, what is that seasoning? Phew. Namibia, boy, they got some seasonings too. It's been really real having you explore Botswana and great insight shared. Big show. Appreciate it. Yes, I'll be going to Liberia. Like I said, I'll be visiting all of the 54 countries in Africa. I appreciate each and every one of you all. I thank those who had the heart there, who had the heart to give. I thank those who had the heart to give by sharing this video. I thank those who have the heart for great inspirational comments, and that's what keeps me motivated. Those beautiful prayers that you all have prayed over me in my travels. I thank all of you all. It's been a blessing. It's been great. I'm going to be rocking here in Namibia here for within a week or so. We'll see. But it's been all good, family. I love trying in with you all on my lives because it's like just being connected with y'all there, and damn Erica, the UK, Europe, Canada, Central America, South America, and all the rest. We got some people up there in Dubai, some people over in Asia. So it's great. It's great. So with that, family, I'll catch y'all on the next live. This is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa.